as well as the trip to Disneyland with his teammates. After graduation, he intends to begin his coaching career as a graduate assistant. Number 35, Zach Fenn, coming to the Zach has played in 101 career games in Trinity and holds the single game, single season, and career records for steals. Zach is a finance major who's joined by his parents, Greg and Jill Fenn. Zach's favorite memory was the summer trip to Germany and Prague. After graduation, he plans to move to Dallas to pursue his career in finance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these Trinity Tigers seniors. And now let's meet the starting five for both teams. Teams. First, the visiting Millsaps Majors. Guard number 1, Colt Daniel. Guard number 3, Cameron Luma. Guard number 12, Adrian James. Guard number 15, David Campos Jr. Center number 25, Brian Phillips Jr. Head coach of the Majors, Connor Kirkendall, assisted by Griffin Levine. The Millsaps College Majors men's basketball team.
Welcome in to Calgar Gymnasium in San Antonio, Texas, on the campus of Trinity University, as we're here for Senior Day for men's basketball. Trinity and Millsaps quickly running through the starting lineups. I'm Cole Isaacson, joined alongside Annika Sines. It'll be Colt Donnelly, Cameron Lamar, Davian James, David Combes, and Rodney Phillips Jr. for Millsaps, and then some special senior starters for Trinity today, as Zach Austin, Zach Fenn, and Josh Chesney all working their way into the starting lineup, along with Will Bronson and Dean Balo. All three starters in the starting lineup for Trinity as they start with the ball. Zach Austin has it. Now Zach Fenn. The Zach's working back and forth, and it's Austin trying to finish, and he's fouled.
Good opportunity for Zach Austin. Everybody got to, or all these starters at least got to give a nice little hug to Griffin Levine, who is the assistant coach for the Majors. He played here a couple years ago and then was proceeding as the grad assistant for Trinity as well. So good homecoming for him as well. And what better day for it to be than on senior day.
And Zach Austin gets the scoring started as he makes his first free throw. Had to be a cool moment to see if the schedule was going to work out that way, that Griffin could be here. See some of his former teammates in senior day.
Of course, they're right back where they started off in this last game on Friday, although they took the loss within the last minute of the game.
James nearly had that stolen, but Phillips Jr. able to finish, tie the game at 2. Balo across the timeline to Chesney. Slick pass into Austin. Gets it to Fenn. Got 2 players on the floor with 50-plus steals. Bronson turnaround, can't put it in. Chesney tried to tip it back to him, but unable to do so. And the Majors go the other way with Combest. James takes the long 3, can't convert, in the one-handed rebound. Reeled in by Chesney. Balo nearly lost it from behind. Fenn will try a 3, well short. Austin did his best to save that one. His foot got down too soon, though. That'll be a turnover. Majors to come the other way. Colt Donley. Combest lays it into the corner. Austin defending, and now a contested 3, and it's good. James making it, despite the aggressive defense from Austin there. Majors trying to sweep this 2-game road trip. Won the game in Southwestern to break up a 4-game losing streak. Talking to Coach Kuykendall, said there was a game they needed to stay in contention. Austin trying to get the takeaway, still on the ground, and Lamar able to keep the ball with Millsaps, gets it here in the paint. Ball tipped around, rebound, eventually goes to Bronson because of course it does. Majors up 3, pass into Austin, couldn't finish. Bronson with the rebound in the putback.
Back-to-back defense, offensive rebounds. He had a valiant effort in their loss against Rhodes on Friday. His stats were 22 and 15, just a beautiful double-double.
Blocked by Chesney, ball on the ground, still up for grabs, and Millsaps takes it away. Lamar gets it back. Thought about the jumper. Phillips didn't like it though. Instead, he'll bully his way into the paint. 5 to shoot. Puts it up for 3, and Lamar connects from distance. Tigers down 4 early. Fenn, second in the nation in steals, 83. Already a Trinity single-season record. That's basically all the steals records you can think of. Chesney for 3, and he's good.
That's an answer for Joshua Chesney, going tip for tap from the 3.
Fenn playing his aggressive defense as usual. James has it. Now Phillips tries to get the shot away, does. And a foul on the rebound somewhere. See who it's on.
I'm going to call that one on Will.
And already some substitutions ready to come in for the Majors. Caleb Kent and Jackson Toney waiting to come into the game. First shot is good from Phillips. And now the substitutions are made. And 2 for 2. Jackson Toney now comes onto the floor. Majors up 3. Balo gets it back from Fenn. Fenn pumps around, and that pass tipped and eventually intercepted by Caleb Kent. Now open three, Lamar would have been his second. Kent able to come down with that rebound, but he travels.
I was a little worried there because I thought they were going to call a foul on Will Bronson as they were both going up for it. That would have been his second committed foul pretty early on.
Millsaps led by Coach Connor Kuykendall, who coming off of the win against Southwestern, it was a win against the team that he coached last year, was the head coach of Southwestern. A homecoming, said that people will make a bigger deal about that than it is. Said the biggest deal was that they were able to get the win and break up the 4-game losing streak, keeping them alive, trying to get into the tournament. Currently 3-6 in conference, leading the scratch and claw the rest of the way. Here's an open three. Chesney already has one, short on his second attempt. And the bucket is good. It's Dakota Gaska freshly into the game. Millsaps up 5. Balo, corner three, sinks it.
It's a quick release from Dean Balo. He was waiting there for a couple seconds.
Majors across the timeline. James. Gaska. Now 15 to shoot. Tony able to escape that, and Gaska tries a three. Misses everything, and Tigers will take over as we enter our first media timeout.
Look like Lawson and Ben Estes, part of the original starting five, are about to check in with the first media timeout.
See some of the replays early. Millsaps up 12-10. They have to like the start that they've had.
I mean, absolutely. It doesn't seem like Trinity is completely, dictating the pace of play right now, which is what they like to see. And there hasn't been too many times where Trinity has come out in their really aggressive press. If anything, they've just extended it out and have just tried to, how do I say it? They just try to contain them and rather not pressure them. But threes are going up for everybody. We have our magic number is 44.4% for Millsaps from field goal percentage. They've taken good shots, absolutely. A couple of the teams, especially when playing Trinity, like to center the ball around the high post area and see if they can get a couple high-lows. If not, feed the short corners, look opposite. Will Bronson's such a big part of their defense that they try and get him in a disadvantaged position as much as they can. So having him come out to have to defend, a little bit outside the 10-foot range is exactly what teams want to see.
One of the numbers to look out for is going to be the rebounds category. The Majors 29th in the country in rebounds per game, averaging 42 per game. Currently up 5-4 in that category, so Trinity holding their own. Ben Estes and Jackson Lawson have checked into the game for the Tigers. So that regular starting 5 out there. Rotation shuffled a little bit for senior day. Zach Fenn, the only senior on the floor right now. A nice pass into Bronson. Couldn't finish.
One of those open shots that was probably too open.
Gaska gets to Talon Page, who's freshly into the game for Millsaps. Ball loose, and Jackson Lawson jumps on it, but a jump ball. Coach Rock wondering why that call was made.
I initially thought it was going to be a foul.
I think he was thinking the same thing. So the Majors will keep it. The inbound. Donnelly, turnaround, trying to get it in. A third opportunity. It's eventually Jackson Toney getting 2 rebounds and a bucket out of that sequence.
Surprised over the back wasn't called because Ben Estes is right underneath him, but it felt like a little mouse in the house moment. He was just too small against guys that were jumping up too high.
Lawson led the team in scoring in their loss against Rhodes. Gets the rebound. Looked like he was fouled, nothing called, but he gets the basket anyways. Definitely moved his head like he was fouled. Kent. Some slow ball movement early here as Talon Page has it. Now it's Gaska. Page. A little back and forth. Now the pass inside. Tony. Turnaround, can't make it as Bronson tries to swat it away. And that ball going to Trinity.
Yeah, originally looked like a foul. From the perspective of the ref, I don't think he saw it just because he was on the other side of the baseline.
Carter Rook entering for the Tigers. Has it now across the timeline. Tigers down 2. Trying to take control of this one. Rook for 3. Comes up short. Rebound bounced around a little bit, but eventually recovered by Combest. Page. Now in the paint, and maybe an outside opportunity. Combest doesn't like it, though. No look pass, but it's right to Dean Balo, and that's why you look.
I was about to say.
Balo, easy bucket in transition. And that ties this game at 14 all. Loose ball, and Lawson gets the takeaway. The Trinity defense a couple stops in a row, trying to capitalize. Lawson tries the 3, just a bit offline, and Page able to secure the rebound from the ground. Long pass in transition. Combest lays it in to give Millsaps the lead. Some substitutions getting ready. Looks like Dement ready to come in for Trinity. Right now working with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Fenn in the corner. And now Balo out high. Bronson in the paint. Maybe trying to bully his way in. Spinning around. Too strong on the shot attempt. Page looking for options. Just gives it back to Combest. 12 to play in this first half. Fenn trying to hunt down the ball. Just everywhere defensively. 6 to shoot. Just puts it up high off the glass. Only 4 to shoot. 2. And a turnover. Good defensive possession to close it out.
That'll put us for the under 12. Looks like we're going to have Elias Dement check in right now. I think he's going to come in for Zach Fenn.
Mentioned that there are 2 players on the floor with 50-plus steals. Davion James has 52 steals. That's 28th in the nation, so not too shabby himself, but he's a bit overshadowed in this game in particular. Zach Fenn with 83 steals this season.
The way that he just hunts for the ball is absolutely insane. I think I'm telling his parents for a couple games ago that I think his favorite part about basketball is the fact that he gets to play defense for half of it. And it's a very different mentality than majority of players have, especially now. But he's a big reason why they've had so much success this season, because he's at the top of that press and, of course, the top of that 1-3-1 zone that they usually play. And if they end up going into man, which they had to do against Rhodes, which was something that we're not used to seeing them actually go into, he had guarded their best players. So, I mean, he's just amazing stat-wise and energy-wise, especially as a senior. It's one thing you cannot replicate.
Only held to 1 steal in that game against Rhodes. Has basically all of the steals records you can think of. Steals in a season. He broke that this year with his 83rd. And he's shattered the all-time Trinity steals record a while ago. The next person isn't even within shouting distance on that list.
And he did it within half the season, so he still had like 15 more games to go.
Fenn with over 2,000 career steals for Trinity. It's an insane number.
We have Gabe Parr also checking onto the floor. One thing you usually don't see Gabe Parr and Will Bronson in at the same time because they're both rim running centers.
Parr. Turnaround. They're too strong. Him and Bronson on the floor together, as you mentioned, and a foul called here.
That'll be Will Bronson's second. So Trent's going to be checking in.
Trent Medeiros onto the floor now. I also misspoke on the steals record. It's definitely 249. I was like 2,000's a lot, yeah. That didn't sound right coming out of my mouth. I just had to verify.
Wow, that is insane.
No. But
You're good. Hey, we're good.
But still the next closest, 183 compared to 249. Here's a steal. Medeiros able to keep it in bounds somehow. Lobbing past Dement, trying to finish behind his own back, and some miscommunication on who's supposed to pick up the ball. Ends up going out of bounds. That's Luke LaFours picking it up. And it'll be an inbound for the Majors. High inbound to LaFours, getting his first action into the game today. Lamar puts the jumper up a bit too strong. See who that's off of, and it's Trinity ball. Now a substitution coming in as Benjamin Wagner will come into the game, placing Jackson Lawson. So that full second unit onto the floor with Parr and Wagner, both of them 6'7". Medeiros high into Parr. Dement, turnaround, gets the roll. Ties it at 16. Tigers were on a 3-minute scoring drought end. That just ended. Now Millsaps on a scoring drought of their own, about 2.5 minutes. Need a bucket, and they get it. Caleb Kent.
I think Coach Rock called a 30-second.
That's one thing that you notice in college basketball is they like to wait till they have positive momentum to call the timeout. Wait till their team gets a bucket. But
No, I think that's our team. It's just Trinity.
now you see the SAA multi-view, the Pirates. Palindrome for Reed, 21-12.
Sure, he's ecstatic.
That center game about to get underway. The big one is the Pirates game. Bit of an upset brewing there maybe as Rhodes down early. Of course, Rhodes just beating Trinity last night. Maybe a trap game for Rhodes. Think about a game before or a game after your biggest game of the year. It'd be a tough thing to get up for.
Yeah, and they had won that game within the last minute. Trinity only had 6.2 seconds left to get all the way down the floor.
Parr able to get it off the glass. Gives the Tigers the lead. Or rather, it ties the game, excuse me. Here's a steal. It's Rook. Blocked in transition, but Medeiros able to finish behind him.
That's how you have players trail.
Tigers now with the lead, 20-18. Combest.
Yeah, that one's
And
going to be a
foul.
definite foul.
On Parr. Trinity's third team foul. So now the Majors will shoot free throws, which is something they do a lot. Very similar to the women's team in this regard. This is the first one. 9th in free throw attempts, 395th
For
in
conversion.
percentage. Both of them at 60% on the year.
Honestly, if you were to have the stat of at least you're going to the line, I would prefer that. And just because you could just have an amazing shooting day on a random day.
They get the rebound off the missed free throw, another thing they're good at. Mentioned it, top 30 in the country in that category. 10 to shoot. Now 3, and Combest just puts it up a little bit short. Parr has to save it, but can't.
That's going to be a reset shot clock at 20 on the near side baseline. That's hard, man. You play 20 good seconds of defense, and now you got to restart it.
See if they can do it again. Quick pass into the paint. Ball on the ground. As James able to pass it to the outside. Now 12 to shoot. Combest working into the paint. Blocked by Dement. Loose ball again, and this time a foul.
That'll be team third for Millsaps.
Now some substitutions. Javon Tolliver on the floor, along with Dean Balo now for Trinity. It looks like Jackson Toney has entered the game for Millsaps. Medeiros. Rook spinning away off Medeiros' hands, able to keep it in, but a takeaway here. Gives it right back.
This ball's like a hot potato. Nobody can take care of it right now.
I don't even know how you score that. Tolliver, now 3. Wagner just puts it up, touches the rim, so not a shot clock violation, but Millsaps will take over nonetheless. Slit pass.
Wagner almost gave him a piggyback ride.
I was going to say, that has to be something.
Yeah.
That'll take us to the media timeout.
See that replay here? He almost went over his entire body.
Yeah, that's going to get called.
Just a little bit.
Trinity up 20-18. Kind of a weird game. Not a lot of flow on either side offensively. A lot of turnovers. 6-3. Millsaps has turned it over more times.
A lot of that coming off the front of the half-court defense. We saw Carter Rook pick up a steal. Same thing with Dean Balo. That's him going out in transition and converting. The one that Carter Rook went up on, Gabe Parr was trailing, thankfully, and had to put up the 2 behind him. It's nice seeing Elias Dement get into this lineup, too. He didn't find his way in the road game, but, man, he plays solid defense, and he can convert on the other end.
Talking about all the depth that Trinity has, definitely a calling card. I mean, the biggest example of that is Jackson Lawson able to step into the starting lineup and not miss a beat after Dylan Walker got hurt. Dylan Walker still technically leads the team in scoring thanks to the games he put in. So even without your leading scorer, somebody who probably would have been throughout the season, Tigers haven't really missed a beat offensively. Jackson Toney coming out of the timeout, going to the line. Makes his first one. And once again, that will be something to watch throughout the day. If they make their free throws, makes both there. To tie this game at 20 apiece. Medeiros slowly walking it up the floor. Ben Estes back into the game. Give and go with him and Medeiros, who shoots a 3, a bit too strong. And the rebound for Toney. Jackson Toney, who scored 12 points in the win against Southwestern, broke up a 4-game streak where he had 7 or fewer points, which was unable to get buckets. Trying to continue that momentum today. Playing close and a foul.
I think that one's going to be on Tolliver. He commits his first. That's team 5th. 2 more. The Millsaps will be in 1-1.
Toney once again going to the line, made his last 2. 3 in a row. Bronson and Lawson both check into the game. Two for 2. Millsaps able to take the lead on field goals, still, or on free throws, still yet to make a field goal in the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Tigers just looking for points. Estes, a fake, and the finish. Even once again as this game has gone back and forth all half. Combest.
Good defense by Will Bronson.
And they get the stop they need. Now going the other way. Zach Fenn into the game as well and just airmails that pass. Frustrated with himself. Something that they've wanted to work on all season, trying to limit turnovers.
Especially unforced ones.
Donley. Intercepted by Belo. Ben Estes will set something up. Now takes the open three. It's good.
That one was really nice. Little two-man game between him and Dean Belo.
Off the turnover, the intercepted pass by Belo. Now they pass it inside. Tony, turnaround, no good, and Bronson picks up the loose ball. Tigers up 3, the largest lead they've had in a while. Just unable to pull away either side. Bronson, that pass just blocked. Denied entry is now going the other way as Gasca. That shot misses. And just back and forth we go with empty possessions. Estes hit a little bit. And the errant pass to Lawson and another turnover.
I think Lawson had half expected it to go out of bounds, but realized that he had touched it. He tried to save it at the end.
Tavion James and Cameron Lamar check in for Millsaps. 5:21 on the clock. The offense is sputtering for Millsaps. No field goals in their last 4 minutes and 41 seconds. 0 for their last 5. Here's a three. James just short, and Bronson able to tip the rebound to himself. So the scoring drought will continue for the Majors. Sharp pass in from Fenn. Bronson under the basket, and that's easy for him.
It's being over and back, out of bounds. That'll be Trinity basketball taking it out in the exact place where the turnover was committed by the Majors.
Trying to build on what is now their largest lead of the game, 5. On a 7-0 run, they were down 22-20. Belo.
Wow.
It's good.
That'll be a second quick release from the corner for him. Now up 30-22.
Tigers 4 of their last 4 on field goal attempts, heating up.
Wow. I'm gonna call a block on Zach Fenn.
It's the 6th foul on Trinity. LaFours. Now James. Millsaps trying to get back in this offensively. Phillips off the glass. Finally they get one to go.
Not much you can do there.
Fenn. And Belo working with each other now. 15 to shoot. Back to Belo. Inside Lawson cutting. 7 seconds. Belo tries a 3, made his last one. Can't connect here. Bronson with the rebound, and Fenn fouled going up.
Little extra words crossed between each other. That'll put us in the under 4 media timeout. It seems like the Majors are doing everything that they can in their 2-3 zone, trying to not let the ball enter to Will Bronson. One thing that you don't want to have is Will Bronson have 20 seconds to just bury his defender underneath the rim. And they're doing a really good job at that.
Tigers 4 of their last 5 on field goal attempts going into the break. That 10-0 run really springing the lead that they have now. It's a team that had been rolling heading into that Rhodes game, but ultimately losing in the final minutes. A game where they trailed really most of it, able to take the lead late. But Rhodes making the final shot, and that's what ultimately did Trinity in, along with a few turnovers, trying to bounce back from that today.
Yeah, and I think it's definitely possible. You have yourself a lead of 6 points right now. The last little spurt of 3 minutes and 48 seconds into this half has to be, I don't want to say flawless, but you have to cut the turnovers. There's a couple times where you're trying to give cross-court passes and it's just not there. The defense is reading your eyes immediately, and especially in a zone where you have the opportunity, like you're not scrambling out of a zone most of the time, so they're just reading a cross-court pass. There was a couple from Will Bronson. He just threw it right into his defender's hands. That's got to stop, and especially continue that in the second half.
Substitutions on the floor. Gabe Parr coming in for Trinity along with Josh Chesney, who, talking to Coach Rock about him, said that just one of the most reliable players he has. Trusts him to come in off the bench.
That's senior experience right there.
Definitely. Fenn makes his first one. The lead is now 7. If he makes another one, it will be tied for the largest lead Trinity has had today at 8. And he does. James, the quick shifty pass, now gets it, loses it going into the paint, able to recover, get it to Phillips. Now Millsaps can reset a little bit, 10 on the shot clock. James just tries the jumper, and the rebound for Kent. Here's a 3, LaForce, it's good.
He stepped right into that shot. Majors coach Connor was on the floor calling a timeout as soon as that shot hit.
This is what I mean. They call the timeout on positive momentum.
No, you're right. I'm trying to see if he's mouthing to his player. I think he's just telling him to calm it with the words being crossed between him and Zach Fenn.
See the SAA multi-view again. Rhodes still trailing. Southwestern hanging in there. And we'll see how long that lasts. That's, with all due respect to Southwestern, I think of it kind of in a similar way of the women's game on Friday against Rhodes with Trinity, where you kind of feel like they're going to get back into it eventually. It's just a matter if they can hang on or not.
Yeah.
We'll see if Southwestern can. That would be a nice boost for Trinity in the SAA standings. Currently down a half game after the loss last night. Rhodes 8-1, Trinity 8-2. Tigers with the ball. Up 5, Lawson, hook shot, it's good. Lead back to a touchdown. Talon Page back into the game for Millsaps. Here's a long 3, it's short. Rebound tipped around and Chesney had it for a second, but stolen by Page, and a foul.
I think they're going to call that one on Chesney. That's going to be the 7th committed foul for the 1-and-1.
Bloodsoe will now enter the game for Belo. First shot on the 1-and-1, it's good. And gets both. Millsaps in the bonus, so they'll be going to the line here on after. Under 2:30 to go in this first half. Lawson pumps, now an open 3, and sinks it.
That was pretty. Without a celebration that we're used to seeing. Every time he makes a 3, he puts like the European 3 on and puts it over his face.
Here's a shot. Kent makes it from the paint. And a good answer for Millsaps.
Yeah, it's hard to extend the lead when you're going back and forth like this. Now they're headed back into their man.
Fenn working against it. Chesney thought about the 3 and said it's par. Now Lawson trying again from the other corner. This time it's short. Kent takes it away and now transition. It's good. Luke LaForce. Couple of transition buckets for the Majors in this game. Under 1:30. Nice shot from Lawson.
Scoring at all stages of the floor right now.
Kind of the opposite of what we've seen at points in this game. Offenses have found their groove. Here's a 3, LaForce. Long rebound recovered by Bledsoe. Chesney. Now Lawson thought about the three. Able to escape the trap, and now Chesney tries it. Too strong. Rebound tipped around, and Bledsoe has it. 50 seconds. Bledsoe tried to get another one, and he's fouled.
It's going to be on number 25, Rodney Phillips Jr.
Substitution coming on is Jackson Toney.
We'll have Ben Estes come in for Zach Fenn.
Closing out the final 47 seconds and change. Evian Jones will also come onto the floor along with David Combest Jr. Bledsoe off the inbound. 15 seconds on the shot clock, takes the three. Lawson had the rebound for a second, and that's off his leg and out of bounds. Kind of a clever play in the corner. Couldn't see who that was for the Majors. Difference of 7 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Trinity up 6. Combest lays it in for Donnelly, who makes the shot. And now the Tigers can have last shot if they want it. 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Chesney. 10 seconds with Estes. High pass. Estes with 5 seconds. Has to get a shot off here. 1 second. They're not going to, and that is how the half will end. Trinity with the 39-35 lead.
It's been a pretty low-scoring half. Obviously, the stats are going to show the same story that's been played over here. One thing Trinity's done when they found themselves up by a spurt of 9 was they had gotten really good stops and converted on the other end. Jackson Lawson being a big part of that. He had a couple field goal attempts that had gone in, and they had started playing good defense. Trinity had found their groove a little bit, I think, on offense whenever the Majors had went back into their man, which I was surprised to see because they were doing so well on the defensive zone. But I'm sure they're going to come back and stay in their zone whenever Will Bronson comes back in as well.
We'll see what the second half brings us. Trinity up 4 at the break. Stick around for the second half of this one. Millsaps and Trinity on the Tiger Network. Welcome back to Senior Sunday in San Antonio, Texas. The Tigers up 39-35 at the break, and they'll start with the ball. The same five that started the game will start this half, with Chesney and Zach Austin both on the floor, along with Fenn, Bronson, and Balo. Same five as well for Millsaps. Fenn tries a three, and it's too strong. Rebound, Bronson. Balo slips a pass in. Fenn has it taken away, but it'll stay with Trinity. Or excuse me, Austin.
Zach Austin being one of those seniors for a senior night that got to start today, and he was a part of putting points on the board early.
Scored the first two with free throws. See what else he can get while he's in the game. Fenn. Chesney didn't like that shot. Now Balo takes it with three. Rebound. Austin was going for it, and foul in the corner.
I think that's his third, so he has to be a little bit careful.
So Millsaps will inbound from that spot.
I'm sorry, I don't know if that was his second or his third committed foul for Will Bronson.
Here's a jumper. It's short, ball tipped around. Still the second for Bronson as Balo gets the rebound. Fenn slips it in. Austin couldn't make it going up. Ball tipped around. Page able to get the rebound.
Stepped out of bounds.
And that'll be Trinity ball. Talking about Zach Austin in the game, talking to Coach Rock about him, says that when you ask people who their favorite teammate is, a lot of people are going to say Zach Austin. He's the first one to celebrate his teammates. When he speaks, people listen was another thing he said. Demonstrating that senior leadership, even if he doesn't get a lot of minutes.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite from everybody. I really don't know anybody that would say a bad word about him. Great guy.
Getting his opportunity to start this game, start this half as well. Still no points in this half, looking for the first bucket about a minute and a half in. Austin thought about the three, gives away to Chesney, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Balo in the paint. Can't roll it in, but Bronson gets the tip. And
that's
finally,
why his field goal percentage is so high.
Yep. Well, Bronson, 65% from the field. If that holds, that'll be the second highest ever for a single season in program history. He's got to hold that up the rest of this game, and then 3 more after this. And then whatever the conference tournament holds as well, and beyond that. Pass inside, and that's Phillips with the finish. Bronson inside Austin, fouled.
A good shove from behind by number 12. That'll be James, and I think that he's tacked with his second.
It is indeed his second. Definitely a guy that Millsaps does not want getting into foul trouble. How important he is on all elements of the game. Third free throw for Austin there. So he converts his first one in this sequence. Four for 4 on the day. Davion James with 13 points per game, 41% from the field, 52 steals. And a foul here along the near sideline.
Be committed by Zach Austin.
Inbound in the backcourt, picked up by Combest. Slow-moving offenses really all game. Phillips now in the paint. Here's a three. James sinks it. And the first points of the half for Millsaps on that shot. Or excuse me, the second. Second basket made. Balo now in a 3-point game. Chesney tries the long two, and it's good. Donley. Give and go here, outside the three-point line, 10 to shoot. And a foul. Fenn will get that one.
If anything, that was definitely going to be on Joshua Chesney. He may have called him for the initial reach. That'll be team 3 for Trinity. Zach Fenn second.
Coach Rock out there arguing the call initially. Lamar makes the first one. Trying to cut it to a three-point game, and he does. Balo. Working off a screen. In the corner, Fenn. Pass to the cutting Chesney. See who that's off of. It'll stay with Trinity. 9 seconds on the shot clock. See what Trinity draws up here, under 10 to shoot. Fenn inbounding. High lobbing inbound to Bronson. Give and go. And Bronson cuts in for the bucket. Still looking for our first player in this game to reach double digits.
I know I was looking at the half-court stats, and nobody was in double digits, and I was looking for both the Majors and the Tigers. The closest one was Jackson Lawson at 9, and then of course Dean Balo at 8.
Ball tipped around and a foul called on Trinity.
I don't know who they're going to call that foul on. If it's Will Bronson, that may be his third, if not fourth.
That'll take us to a timeout.
That's his third, yeah. If it is, oh no, they're going to tack that one to Joshua Chesney, excuse me. So that'll be his third.
The offenses continue to be sluggish, and this is a situation that Millsaps is used to being in lately. Been held under 75 points in 5 consecutive games. They've found a way to win one of those, that win against Southwestern where they put up 72, but low-scoring affairs is somewhere where they're at least familiar with.
Yeah, I was saying at halftime, maybe it's just because, I don't know if it's the lull of a Sunday game, midday, but it just seems like Millsaps is okay with playing with this type of energy, and I think Trinity wants to speed the game up a little bit, but it's just not going their way.
See if they're able to do that coming out of this timeout. Trying to get a senior day victory, the last home game of the year. Still 2 more weekends in the regular season to play after this, and a lot to play for the Tigers. In a pretty solid position to get a first-round bye at this point, 8-2 in conference. Even if they drop this one, nobody's going to be within 2 games of them, but still trying to win all the games they can. Nothing else for a situation they're in with 5 losses, right on the edge where maybe they could handle a 6th loss in a conference tournament, and still getting that large spot with the wins that they racked up in the non-conference, particularly that top 10 win against Emory, carrying a lot of weight in the NPI. A long inbound going to James, guarded by Fenn. Donley. Give and go. 5 to shoot. James slips a pass in, trying to get a shot away. Tipped around, and that's a shot clock violation.
Good defense all around for Trinity. And that last possession, they got to convert here to extend this to a potentially 7 or 8 point game. They haven't had a double-digit lead all game yet.
Not yet. Largest lead has been 8 for either side. Estes. Jackson Lawson both freshly into the game. Estes loses it. And another turnover.
Looked like it was supposed to be a communication between him and Lawson, but Lawson found himself cutting.
This would be a number because that is the 8th turnover committed by Trinity. If both teams can get to 10 turnovers before anybody gets to 10 points.
That's not a good stat.
That's an interesting one. Dakota Gaska now into the game for Millsaps. And a foul. Then running all the way to the other baseline in frustration. Millsaps set to inbound. Resetting the floor for them. It's Kent, Lamar, James, Gaska, and Tony. That group looking for their first field goal in the last 2.5 minutes. Slow-moving game all day. Trying to win them however they can. And that won't help. Another turnover. Number 11 on the day for them. Balo. Estes. Balo cutting in the paint. Lays it off to Bronson. Has it stripped. Swatted out of his hands by Kent. And a jump ball.
Just felt like there was no real offensive movement there. Everything stayed pretty lopsided on this left side of the court.
Tigers shooting the ball well when they get their opportunities. 3 of their last 3 on field goal attempts, just haven't been able to get shots off. Something that Coach Rock said he wanted more of. And a travel here on the other end, Caleb Kent. So again, the offenses continue to struggle. This has to be the basketball version of what it looks like in a football game when both teams are just punting.
Yeah.
Fenn, now Balo. It's good.
He finally lights it up. First person in double digits with 11.
So we do get there barely. Trinity had 9 turnovers.
Before they got the 10, before they got somebody in double digits. I think there's also a lull of this game because both teams are playing zone, so there's not immense pressure. So you don't have any like flashy
Here's
takeaways.
A 3 and it's good. Cameron Lamar and a timeout on the floor. Looks like called by Millsaps.
It'll be a 30-second timeout, which will take place of media, I'm assuming. I feel like if it's over, they may take the place of it, but whatever. Free throws still good for Trinity. Rebounding game definitely in favor for Millsaps as the first half. They had a couple offensive rebounds. They gave them second chance opportunities. We look for the Pirates and the Lynx at the half. They were up by 2. Now they're down by 2.
Yeah, you wonder if it's going to be one of those situations where Rhodes just pulls away.
And it was just a matter of time.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Only 1 loss in conference so far. A Southwestern team that struggled on the year, in a position to make the tournament right now, 4-6 in conference. So at least playing some desperate basketball. As it's going to be interesting to see who makes it out of the bottom. Center 3-7 currently trailing the pack, but right in front of them is Barry at 4-5, 8-12 overall in the year. They're 4th right now, so really anybody's game for the bottom of it. But the top 2 very clearly Rhodes and Trinity, 8-1 and 8-2 respectively. It'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. That's why that win against Southwestern was so important for Millsaps. Now at 3-6 in conference, would have been 2-7. Been tough to get back into it after that. Now all of a sudden riding that momentum in a 5-point game here against second place Trinity. Early pressure. Estes fouled from behind.
Team number 2 for Millsaps.
Trinity already with 5, so falling behind in that category. Estes breaks free on the inbound. Pressure applied by Combest. Still defends him now. Fenn 15 to shoot to Lawson. He's been working inside a lot today. Lawson just trying to get as close as he can and gets it to drop. Just waited for his opportunity.
He also enters the double-digit chat with 11.
Millsaps still looking for their first player with double digits. Lamar currently leading the team with 8. James puts it up for 3. Off the iron, and Lawson able to secure the rebound before drifting out of bounds. Bronson down low, trying to finish under the basket but can't. It was Jackson Toney handling under there, and Fenn with the takeaway. Now it's Balo in transition. It's good and one. All that started by Zach Fenn.
Yeah, with that nice back tap. What's happened? They need to get some transition points, as this is exactly the turning point that they may need for some energy.
Colt Donley re-enters the game for James. Chance for the three-point play. See the replay. Three-point play is good, and the first double-digit lead of this game. Millsaps has turned the ball over 4 times in the last 4.5 minutes. Combest. Back and forth. Toney throws it into the backcourt, and that's another turnover. Kind of had to try something with 3 seconds on the shot clock.
He picked it up underneath the baseline, or underneath the free throw line, so they're going to take it out at the baseline.
They'll take us to a timeout on the floor. Trinity's picked up a little momentum in this one. Millsaps 5 turnovers in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, all that being started on the defensive end. I know Zach Fenn had tried to go for a couple steals, finally got his back tap. I think it was picked up by Will Bronson, who led a charge for transition. You know, there's nothing like getting energy surging through this place with a nice and one from Dean Balo, and he finished off the old school three-point play at the free throw line. Right now, this is the first time they also have a double-digit lead, under 12 minutes to go. They got to get a couple more stops. Millsaps has picked up a couple fouls too. They had one about 3 minutes ago, now up to 3. They still have a ways to go though if they're going to find themselves in bonus. Trinity still has 5, 2 more to commit before there's a 1-and-1 chance opportunity for the majors.
Tigers 6 of their last 7 on field goal attempts, shooting at 47% compared to only 37% for Millsaps, also a big part of this game.
They're also high percentage shots too. Like you have Will Bronson, who's shooting everything at least 2 inches from the basket, and when you have people surging through the lane like Dean Balo, that's also going to be a high percentage shot.
Talked about this with Coach Rock, that feels like the odds of winning are just going to go up if you shoot more.
Mm-hmm. You miss all the shots you don't take.
Yep. Trying to find those here. They've been making them when they have them. Bronson gets that inbound off of a Millsaps player. Lawson. Oh, the fakes and the finish.
Fancy footwork.
Now a 12-point lead. Gaska across the timeline. Combest. And 15 to shoot. Kent fouled.
I'm going to give that one to Will Bronson. I don't know if that's his 3rd or if it's his 4th.
It's the 3rd for Will Bronson.
Okay. One of those players you do not want to see in foul trouble. He may be getting taken out pretty soon. I'm assuming Gabe Parr will be the one to come in for him. It's been a small lineup coming in for Trinity, disregarding the seniors that ended up starting in the first and second halves.
Cameron Lamar checks into the game for Millsaps, and that might be part of it. messing up the rotations a little bit with Chesney and Austin coming in earlier. Trying to get that starting 5, more time together. Just, it's different time in the game than it usually would be. Bronson backs up and makes it.
Same thing for him. He enters the double-digit points with 10.
So now 3 Tigers with double-digit points, and Bronson potentially en route to get another double-double, 10 points and 6 rebounds currently. Entered the weekend 11th in double-doubles with 11, had another one against Rhodes. A standout individual performance for him.
I mean, he was absolutely insane. We said he had 22 points, trailing right behind Jackson Lawson with 24. And that double-doubles, it wasn't even an easy double-double. It was 22 and 15. It wasn't like it was 10 and 10.
Donley. Here's the jumper and the foul.
Are they giving that one to Zach Fenn?
That's what it seems like.
We'll have Carter Rook check in. I'm assuming he's going to come in for Zach Fenn.
And that will be the 4th foul for Zach Fenn. So we're watching Bronson see if he was in foul trouble. That kind of snuck up on us as Kent makes the first one. Fenn now in some foul trouble with 4. Second one doesn't go, and Bronson with another rebound, 7 for him on the game. Carter Rook freshly in. Bronson gets it back from Lawson. Turns around, and it's a good basket.
Use that rim for protection. Drove baseline. Wow.
Tony. Now Kent, fade away. And Bronson with another rebound. He might get the double-double really soon.
That's 12 and 8 for him.
High pass to Balo from Rook. High off the glass. Rebound for Lawson. Turnaround. Couldn't put it back. Tigers up 13. Donley. And the jumper no good. Lamar had the open look. The field goal percentage continues to suffer for Millsaps. One of their last 7. Balo to the corner. Estes finds some space. Now Balo tries it. Too strong. Ended up going down. Nothing called. And the Majors go the other way. Lays it in. Tony.
Wow.
Collision and a travel.
I thought they were going to call it jump ball if anything, but wow.
Bronson standing his ground there.
He'll take a breather. Benjamin Wagner will also come in. I'll come in for Dean Balo.
Davion Jones coming in as well as Luke LaFleurs. Coming on for Millsaps. Josh Chesney also checks in for Trinity for Jackson Lawson. Bronson getting credit for a block on that last sequence. C gets a breather now. Second unit fully in, with the exception of Ben Estes. Parr spinning, finds Chesney the jumper, and it's good.
Easy from the same spot he had within the first 4 minutes of this half.
The lead has swelled to 15. Donley. Tried the bounce pass, and Parr able to scoop the loose ball up. Estes to Chesney, and now round and round they go. Parr with 15 to shoot. Lots of ball movement here on this possession, going everywhere. 6 seconds. Rook, long 3, in and out. The rebound nearly tipped home, and the third chance good for Wagner.
It's going to be a foul on Joshua Chesney after the bucket, so Benjamin Wagner's bucket's still going to count. It's fine. And that'll be a 1-and-1. And that brings us into, that's a lot just happened in the last couple seconds. It'll bring us into a media timeout.
A lot of things happening all at once, but Trinity on a 6-0 run over the last 2.5 minutes, capitalizing on a scoring drought for Rhodes that's lasted that long.
See a couple of the replays here. Dean Balos and one that got them started with this energy surge. Now it looks like Southwestern's up, aren't they? 50
I think
to 48?
the glimpse said it was 50 to 48. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm being told that we'll see that in a little bit. So
He said, you gotta wait.
Pretend you didn't see anything.
Be patient.
Yeah.
Be patient.
That was supposed to be a surprise.
There we go.
There we go. There it is. 8:40 to go. See if they can hang on to that one. It'll be a big result for Trinity, trying to get the regular season conference title. Though Rhodes has just tied it up at 50.
We'll see what happens. Southwestern Gym is always a bit of an odd one to play in just because of, like, there's no wall. I remember playing there. It feels weird because there is no wall, like, behind the basket or, like, close. There's, like, 45 feet behind it, and it just feels odd.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's a lot of space.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Hey, with us, you got, like, the railing, like, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like this feels like a gym.
What do they even do with that?
Recreational space. I don't know. You playing badminton on the side?
I guess.
I don't know.
You can get creative with it.
Figure it out.
Tigers up 17, their largest lead of the game. Almost a sneaky lead. You looked up, and all of a sudden they were up by as much as they were.
It kind of felt like they finally took a breath of air. It felt like everybody was holding their breath in until they hit that semi-comfortable double-digit lead.
Been able to pull away a little bit. Second attempt, maybe a third, if they can find it, but it's Wagner who gets the rebound.
Muscling freshman over here.
Wagner, we know he can shoot threes. Doesn't want to here, though. This is stolen away. Combest in transition, going against Rook.
Wow. That'll be a jump ball from Carter Rook. Carter Rook, a junior, 6'1", which I think is giving him a couple, to be honest with you. That's his roster height. But he went up right with him.
Oh, he looked 6'1" on that play.
Yes, he did.
Has it now. After he forced the jump ball. Trent Medeiros freshly into the game in place of Ben Estes. Pass into Chesney. Off the window and good.
Nice night for Joshua Chesney.
He's up to 9 points now, leading the Tigers in scoring in terms of people currently on the floor, and gets a tip there. It's been all Trinity as of late. Caleb Kent checking into the game for Millsaps. He'll replace Donley. An 8-0 scoring run for Trinity that's lasted 3.5 minutes. The offense just not clicking right now for the Majors, trying to find it here. Tony gets the bucket, and that ends a 4-minute scoring drought for Millsaps.
Trent Medeiros also checks in.
Parr. Now Rook, open three. It's good. Splash down from distance. 20-point lead. Long three, LaFleur.
See if they have numbers coming back down.
Trinity on the rebound, and now Parr loses it going into the paint. LaFleur's picks it up. And now James going to the basket, loses it, but Millsaps will keep possession.
Tigers will settle down into their 2-3 just for this out-of-bounds play.
I've taken command of this game, trying to keep it that way. Combest. Bounce pass in, Tony. Now James. James spinning, driving into the lane, and fouled going in. Did a great job to create that opportunity. James, somebody who averages 13 a game, held to 6 so far.
Foul being committed on Gabe Parr, their team 8th.
James will try the free throws. First one is good. He's 2 of 8 shooting today. 7 of those are from 3. So a lot of shots from distance. Dakota Gaska comes onto the floor for Millsaps. James makes both of his free throws. Parr has to look out from behind, and it's taken away by James, but blocked by Parr. James somehow gets the ball back, tipped up in the air, and not made. Looked like an easy layup for Tony, but Wagner able to take the free rebound. A pretty wild sequence on that end of the floor.
It shows you everything is working really well for Trinity right now. You have a turnover from Gabe Parr, but man, he just came right back down. Got a nice defensive stop, but that's him with another turnover down on that left block. He got called for the travel.
Millsaps has turned the ball over 17 times. Trinity right behind him at 13.
Yeah, for them having a 20-point lead, the stats don't tell the full story in this case.
Rodney Phillips checks into the game, along with Caleb Kent. Trinity entering in Will Bronson, their lone substitution. Combest, guarded by Medeiros. Driving in against Bronson and able to scoop up the rebound somehow. It's loose. Medeiros fighting for it, and it's eventually Chesney that picks it up. Under 5 to go. Rook, corner 3. Just shy, and Wagner tips it to Chesney.
Ben Wagner is so lanky. Like, I want to know what his standing height is with his arms straight up, and then you add his vertical.
It's a tough thing to go against, especially when you have him and Bronson or Parr on the floor all together. Chesney makes that one, and now Dean Balo is going to come in for Carter Rook. And all 3 of those guys are going to be back next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one thing with this Trinity team, very young overall. Only 3 seniors being honored today.
That's good. That means there's going to be a lot of continuity coming in next season.
It'll be the 2nd year of Coach Rock. Talked about how this whole wild ride started this year, where he had to go on the meeting trail to try and keep the roster intact after Coach Smith left. That basket's good. Was on a family vacation to Florida. Messaged Zach Fenn, who lives in Louisiana, and said, hey, I'm going to be on the way. I can just stop and visit you on the way to Florida, and that's exactly what they did. Met with all of those recruits, made sure to keep them here in San Antonio.
I think a big part of that is just being having Trinity be the school that it is. There's so many amazing things and opportunities to come from this school within itself without athletics.
That's Chesney making that last shot. He's in double digits now.
He's had some fun from the short corners today.
Medeiros scooping up the rebound. Trying to lay it off for Bronson, but pass is intercepted by Kent. Going the other way. Gaska fouled nearly an and one, but it rattles out.
That'll be Chesney's 3rd. That'll be the under 4 media timeout, the last one that we'll have today. Millsaps in bonus. Although it would take them a lot of free throw opportunities to even come close to a 10-digit deficit.
It's been a game that I wouldn't necessarily say watching it Trinity controlled, but they have for the last stretch here, and that's why they're up by 20.
Yes, the pace of play was dictated by them. I think after the first media timeout, when the seniors had left the floor, it's not that they had done a bad job by any means. It was just they just didn't have the extension of this lead.
One stat that Millsaps is not going to like when they look at it, the turnovers are 17-14 in favor of Millsaps committing more, but the points off turnovers, Trinity leading that category 26-4.
And I want to know what that stat was at the half. Is there any way we can get that?
No idea.
Right.
This is my first year on the job, but
We're
no
good.
idea.
Well, fast break opportunities. They had 8 of them. I will say we had a good amount of bench points coming out. Trinity had 20. I mean, most of them being starters because they came in after their first timeouts.
Yeah, that one may be a little skewed with the special senior day lineup.
At one point, Trinity led 10-2 in turnovers. So to see it flip-flop, it says a lot about how much they've tried to take care of the ball in the second half.
That's one of the 3 big priorities that Coach Rock has mentioned in our meetings with them. Talking about not giving the ball away, shooting the ball more. As the first free throw will come here. Missed. I'm blanking on the third one.
What?
I definitely have mentioned it tonight.
The
third thing that Coach Rock wants to do. Makes the second free throw. Rebounding more. That's what it was. Crashing harder. Done a lot of those things today, but maybe the turnover's still an issue. Pass to Wagner, a little shimmy. Tried to tip it back in, but it's Phillips who picks up the rebound. And a foul here.
be Lawson's first.
It'll be Davion James. Shooting 2. Makes the first one. Talked about watching the free throw attempts today. Millsaps has done a pretty good job at that today. Over 80% shooting from the charity stripe. Average 60 on the year.
It's the first time we're seeing the major press.
Balo trying to escape, gets it to Lawson, and now all alone it's Bronson trying to finish with the dunk, and he's fouled. We could have a palindrome here.
I know, Reed. Be ready. This may be the last one you'll see at home this season.
I don't know, maybe in baseball. Who knows?
On
If
basketball.
we blow out somebody.
That's true.
So we'll get that season going. February 19th, I believe, and there's the palindrome.
Our seniors will end out this game too with Joshua Chesney and Zach Austin checking back in for Jackson Lawson. I meant Chesney's checking back in, not Lawson. Did I say?
No, you said
Did
it
I
right.
say it right?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure you said it right.
Okay.
Benjamin Wagner also checking out of the game. Oh, and the palindrome holds. A little gift for Reed Rosales from Will Bronson. Right before Valentine's Day.
Blow him a kiss.
And it's gone.
Kiss revoked.
Caleb Kent makes the bucket, under 3 to go. Seniors finishing out this game.
It'll be an offensive on Dean Balo. An extension of his right arm.
Millsaps currently 12-8 on the year, about to drop to 3-7 in SAA play. The fake, and James can't make it. Bronson with the rebound, and that'll pick him into double digits on that category. So a double-double for him. Points trying to score off the turnover. But once again, Millsaps comes up empty. But you think about the turnaround for Millsaps. They were 5-21 last season. Able to turn that thing around. Started 5-0 this year. They matched the win total from all of last year in their first 5 games. Just haven't been able to figure out in conference yet, but seems like they're on the right track. Tigers to inbound with 2:07 on the clock. And that's intercepted.
Just turnover after turnover right now for Trinity.
Hopefully the Super Bowl's not like this. Fenn tried to save it. And it looks like that will be staying with Millsaps. See the turnover numbers. It's tied at 17 now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot of turnovers. Bronson swats it and add another one.
They have numbers coming down with Zach Fenn.
Austin lays it in and one.
Zach Austin will head to the line again to see if he can finish out the old three-point play.
They're actually going to call a foul off the ball, it looks like, so not a three-point play.
Oh, okay.
It'll be Fenn going to the line. It's still Austin with 6 on the day.
Are they trying to review something?
I think maybe reviewing the foul. I don't know why. Or minute 52.
I don't know.
So we'll see.
I don't know what they're going to try and review here.
But it gives us an opportunity to look ahead for Trinity.
I think that's just going to be a body check on number 12. It's going to be on James. Definitely excessive before the shot went up. So Zach Austin's layup may be null and void.
No. That would suck for him.
I know.
While they look at that, we can look at the schedule ahead for the Tigers as they will take their Georgia trip coming up. Going to Oglethorpe and then to Barry, and then rounding it out at Southwestern the following weekend for a short road trip. So the biggest challenges out of the way. If you look at the schedule, only 3 teams in the SAA currently have a 500 or better record in conference play. Rhodes, Trinity, and Sewanee, who's currently 5-5. We'll see what happens in the Barry game. They can join that category. But that's who's up next for Trinity as they try and round out the season and clinch a first-round bye at the very least in the tournament.
Which I'm sure they'll do. You see the replay again. That foul by James. Oh, very nice.
Okay,
Zach
they kept
Austin will
it.
keep him.
So he's still at 6. Quick inbound. Chesney going for 3. And no good. Just short off the iron. And the bucket good on the other end. Caleb Kent. He's in double digits today. His 13th points of the game. Balo. Under a minute 30. Austin has it stripped and it'll stay with Trinity. 14 on the shot clock as they'll inbound. The field goal percentage right now, 48% for the Tigers, 33% for Millsaps. Big difference in this game. Every single regular starter with at least a 42% field goal percentage. As Austin misses that 3-point attempt. Of course, mentioned it earlier, Will Bronson's field goal percentage in record territory. Dean Balo able to get that rebound.
Finally had under a minute now.
Austin. And Chesney fouled.
That'll be number 8. So they're going to be heading to the line. Chesney going from 1-1.
So an opportunity to add on to his day. After a rough shooting night against Rhodes, bouncing back with a 13-point performance so far. Samuel Holt checks into the game for Millsaps. Been told that Rhodes is up 8 with under 2 to go. So pulling away in that one, though Southwestern maybe gave them a bit more of a battle than expected. As some substitutions ready to come on for Trinity. Julian Dupertuis, along with Sean Tisdall. And that'll be the send-off for Zach Fenn and Zach Austin.
Last home game's getting hugs from everybody.
Chesney makes his free throw, and now it's his turn. As Jake Miller will come in to replace him. .52 seconds to play. Lamar little short. Bronson trying to scoop up the rebound. Instead, it's Kent that makes the basket, and there's a foul. Rounding out the final 40 seconds and change out of this game. Looks like Luke Bledsoe also getting ready to come in. Free throw is good.
Take out Dean Balo. Last of the starters. Sure. Here we go. We have Tolliver going to take out Will Bronson.
So he'll empty the bench. Bronson leaves with 13 and 10.
Got his double-double.
13th of the season.
That'll be a foul, so Bledsoe will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
Bronson's like, up, hit my quota.
Yeah.
Time to go.
It's like he's clocking in for his job.
Yep, clock out. Got 10 rebounds. Both teams are in the bonus. Millsaps in the double bonus, so Bledsoe going to the line after the foul. The 1-and-1, no good. Kent with the rebound. Off the glass, no good. The rebound.
Just can't, oh my gosh. The ball just cannot find itself within the rim.
Dupertwee able to secure it eventually.
They may be content to dribble it out for the last 15 seconds.
That'll do it for the home schedule here in San Antonio. Trinity, the 79-64 victory.
We go 1-and-1 for the weekend. A little bit of a lull for a game today until they finally hit double-digit territory for their lead. We'll run through the stats of everybody, but for me, this will be my final game for the season, so thank you everybody who's tuned in to listen.
Thank you, Annika, for all your great work all year. Running through the leaders on both sides, it's actually Joshua Chesney who leads the Tigers in scoring in his final home game with 15. Will Bronson, 10 rebounds to lead them in that category. Caleb Kent on the other side, 16 points. And Jackson Toney, 8 rebounds on the other side. That'll do it for us here in San Antonio. We appreciate everybody that's worked with us all basketball season, everybody working on camera, in particular Ariel Monson, who's come in for most of our games, and everybody in the control room as well, all led by our executive producer, Josh Machagemba, who makes it all happen. Veronica Signs, I'm Cole Isaacson, signing off for the final time this season, saying so long from San Antonio.